Students, welcome back to the HSC online audio media lectures initiated by Saint Vidya Mandir Junior College. This is your information technology lecture presented by Mrs. Pramila Adia. So dear students, we are moving ahead with the last lecture of this chapter, that is advanced web page designing. In this topics today, you will be learning about image mapping. In that you have IMG tag, you have a map tag, also you have an area tag. These are the three important tags which you will be studying in image mapping. The example of the image mapping, the program with its output, inline frames, and web hosting. What do you mean by web hosting? And also the types of web hosting. Let's move ahead. So here we are going to see first what do you mean by image mapping. First of all, students, what is the definition of image mapping? Image mapping means what? There will be an image on the web page, and in that you are giving different links, connecting the links to different regions on the web page. Now an image map is created by marking certain regions on an image, that is the clickable image. That means in that image you will be having the hotspots. Hotspots means what? In the image you are giving, there is only a single image and you are giving the links to different parts of that image, to different websites or to different URL you can say, and where you want to click that particular clickable area or clickable region is called as hotspots. Okay, so you will see it's a very interesting topic of image mapping. And next thing comes about the types of image mapping. There are only two types, that is client side image mapping and server side image mapping. Here you will be studying only about the client side image mapping, because this is very easy to understand and this is only possible from your side, that is the user side. Okay students, let's move ahead to the next slide. Okay, so first of all, in image mapping, what are the tags used? These are the three tags which are used in image mapping. First is the IMG tag. In the IMG tag you can see that is the image which we are using, that we can specify in the IMG tag. In that IMG tag we have a very important element, or you can say an attribute which is used, that is called as use map, and that is also used with a symbol, that is hash symbol. Using the hash symbol you use the use map attribute over here in the image tag of image mapping. The next tag which we are using in image mapping is called as the map tag. In the map tag you have to specify the name of that map. Map means what? That is the area which we are taking, a simple hotspot, right? You will see this in the example very clearly, students. First you understand what you mean by the map tag. In the map tag you have the attribute again name over here, that is the name of the map is very important over here. You have to give the name of the map with the IMG tag. Okay, next thing comes about the area tag. Now area, that means when we are talking about the hotspots, that means I have to specify the area for the clickable region. Now that area you can give it as a coordinates, that is a rectangle area you want, a circle area you want, or you want a polygon area in your image. That is the area tag. This area tag is a singular tag, it is not a pair tag. Okay, so once you open it, there is no need to close the tag. So understood students, these are the three important tags which we use in the image mapping. Let's move ahead with the examples. Also the attributes. First let us see the attributes of the tag. As you know regularly, that is, after studying the tags we definitely study the attributes of this tag. Okay, let us see what are the attributes. Yes students, here you have attributes of area tag only. You can see here in this particular picture, area tag is given over here. In that area tag you have these 4 attributes: href, shape, coordinates and the alternative text. So these are the attributes of area tag in image mapping. First of all, href, you know href, this is the URL of the image used, that is the source of the image from where we are giving the image on our web page. That is the meaning of href. No need to explain this because we are using this href in many of the other tags also. The next in the area tag, it is the shape, right? Which type of shape do you want? This is the clickable region. On the clickable region, we need the type of shape we are using for that area. Now here we are using only 3 types of shapes. That values are rectangle, circle and polygon. Okay, so these are the shape. Which type of shape you are giving to that particular hotspot. Next thing comes about the coordinates. Now the coordinates are very important over here because this specifies the hotspots on the image, right? Now you can see in the coordinates also we have the 3 shapes, right? Rectangle, circular and polygon. Now in the rectangle shape you are taking only 4 coordinates. That means in the rectangle, as you have seen the rectangle, you know, right? There are 4 corners of the rectangles, but we have to take only the diagonally opposite corners. So that is why we are taking only the 4 coordinates of the rectangle, right? And next shape comes the circle. In the circular region, we require only 3 coordinates, right? The 3 coordinates will be the center point of the circle and the diameter, that is the diameter area, that things, right? You will see that things in the next slides, how to define the coordinates and how to place the coordinates onto your image. The third coordinates which we need hotspot, that is the polygon. Here any type of polygon you can take, right? Polygon, as you know, that is more than 3 sides, correct? That is called as a polygon. In that polygon you can see 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 side polygon you can use, a hexagon, septagon, octagon, correct? And that here you have to take all the coordinates of the polygon, right? Then only that shape can be seen on your image. The last attribute of area tag is alternative text. You have already used this in your earlier practicals, that is alternative text we give to that particular image, correct? This is the clickable region where I want the alternate text to be highlighted. That is the meaning of alt. Okay, so these are the attributes of area tag, students. Let's move ahead with the example. Here comes the example of image mapping. You can see here in this example, yes, the head, title, head. After that you have the H1 tag. Here you start with the IMG SRC tag. As I said, the 3 important tags of the image mapping are IMG tag, map tag and the area tag. Now see how these 3 tags are used over here. In the IMG SRC tag you can see the image, that is the source from where this particular image has been taken. That is the full location you can see over here, and the name of the image. Here students, we have to take JPG image only, and here I have specified the height and width of the image. Why you have to specify the height and the width? Because in this image mapping we need a larger image, a big size image that should cover your whole screen. That is why here you need the height and width specified over here. If your image itself is very large image, there is no need of height and width, but if it does not cover the whole screen, then you have to take the height and width of that image. That is what it is given over here. You see in the IMG tag, in the image tag, as I said earlier, we have to use the use map attribute also. See, this use map is there in the image tag. Use map with a hash image map. Image map is the name of that particular image which we are giving. And also I am giving the alternate text. Alternate text has to be given in the IMG tag itself. So you can see in the IMG tag, you have the 3 attributes in this. The first itself, the IMG tag, src is the value. Then you have use map over here, and also you have the alternate text. So this is a very important step, right? This is in your practicals, board practicals also you have this image mapping practical. So the same program you have to type it over there to get the output. So study this properly about the image mapping. Next tag we are using, that is the map name. You can see the map name is very important. Here I am giving the same map name which I have used in use map. You have to be very careful over here. When you are giving the use map, whatever name you are giving, the same name you have to give in the map name tag also. That is what you can see. I have done it over here. The map name is image map. Okay. Next, come to the next tag of the image mapping, that is area tag. Now in this area tag, the attributes, see the attributes which we have used. href. href is the source. Again the URL. See here the URL which is used, that is the google.com. And you can see shape. Shape is equal to rectangle. You are not giving the full name over here. You are only specifying RECT. Okay. Not giving the full name. Be very careful, student. What I am saying over here. RECT. The short form you have to use, and with the inverted commas. Don't forget that. Then coordinates. The shape, that is rectangle. In the rectangle, as it is said in the attribute I have explained, we need only 4 coordinates. So coordinates also you have to use the short form word over here, COORDS. Only that you have to use, not the full coordinate spelling. Okay. In that you can see the 4 coordinates which are being specified of the rectangle. How to locate these coordinates you will see into the next slide. First, you understand that in the rectangle we need 4 coordinates. So that is why that 4 coordinates are seen over here. And you have alternate text, that is the Google site it is written. Okay. This means, now I'll explain you what this area href means. This means when I click on the rectangular shape of the image map hotspot, what happens is it will open into a Google site, that is a Google page will be open over here if I click on that particular image, right? This you will see, that is, it is same as the IMG src tag, but here we are giving the area. That means in a particular picture, in a particular image, when I click, I am clicking on the rectangular shape hotspot. Right? In image mapping hotspot, this particular word is very important. Understand that. Okay. Next, come to the next shape, that is the circle shape. Again you will have the same area href. Here I am giving the URL as yahoo.com. That means when I click on this particular circle shape in that particular image, it will open to my Yahoo page, right? Here again shape is given circle. You have to write the full name of the circle, that is CIRCLE, the full spelling, with the coordinates COORDS. Here, as I said, circle needs only 3 coordinates, right? So these are the 3 coordinates of the circle and the alternative text. Now come back to the next shape, that is called as the polygon. Here you can see I have given the URL, that is the Maharashtra HSC board. That means when I click on this particular shape in the hotspot of the image what will happen? It will open to the HSC board side. Okay, you can see over here polygon is used. You can see all the coordinates of the polygon which is used over here. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 coordinates I have used in this particular shape polygon. Okay, that means whatever shape I have taken, all the coordinates I have taken of that particular shape, right? Then close the map tag. Map tag is a pair tag. Okay, because this is what we have started with, that is the area tag, correct? So map tag is closed, then body tag, HTML tag. Just see the output, students, how you are getting, right? Here comes the first output, that is shape rectangle. See, this is the image. You can see on the top left corner a rectangle is seen, correct? This is the hotspot of the rectangle. Next thing comes the circle over here, correct? The next one is the circle, the shape circle, and then comes the next one, that is the shape polygon. You can see over here, students, all the 3 shapes are seen on a particular image with the different coordinates, right? Here the coordinates have been specified on image to get the hotspot. Okay, you can see over here, see the shapes are seen very light because this is what the output we had got, right? And here you can see that is a rectangle shape, the circle shape, and a polygon shape over here, right? So how to get the shape on this particular image, right? This is called as the hotspots. These are the coordinates you have to take. How these coordinates you will get it, let us see in the next file. But you have to understand, when I click on this rectangular shape, it will go to the Google site. When I click on the circle shape, it will go to the Yahoo site. And when I click on the polygon shape, that is a diamond shape is there. When I click on that, it will open to the HSC board site. Okay, if you see in your browser, you can see the alternate text also. Okay, students, this is the output of the image mapping. Let us move ahead. Now here in the next slide, you will come to know how to take the coordinates, how to locate these coordinates. Okay, let us move ahead, students. Yes, students. Now, this is the very important part in image mapping, locating the coordinates. How to locate the coordinates? That means you can see a paint file is open over here. What you have to do is open a paint file, draw the 3 shapes. First shape is rectangle, second is circle, and a polygon, correct? You can see over here in the rectangle, see I have marked which coordinates you have to take. See, it's written over here on the text box. I have written also, for rectangle coordinates, take the left corner 2 coordinates, x1, y1. You can see I have drawn the 2 circles. That is, you have to take this coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2. Where you will get this coordinates? See, as you put the cursor, just hold the cursor over there, right, on the left hand side corner, right, on the screen left hand side corner. See, here we have not got it, right, because here you can see these coordinates you have to take. This coordinates you can find on the left hand side corner of the screen of the paint, right? There you can see the coordinates written. So that coordinates you have to take, that is x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now come to the circle part. When you take the circle, see how the 3 coordinates you have to take. The center point you are taking the coordinates. The center of the circle you have to take 2 coordinates over here at the center of the circle. When you keep the cursor, you will get the 2 coordinates. Copy down the 2 coordinates. Then come to the right hand side. See, this is called the full diameter which we are taking. This point on the diameter, that particular point you have to take, right? Here again you will get 2 coordinates, because one will be the common coordinate, because you know that is this particular point is the radius which we are taking, correct? But here this will be your diameter, that is here. When I click over here, you will get again 2 coordinates. In that, one coordinate will be common, that is the center of the circle. You will get The same point you will get it over here. You have to take the different coordinate, the first coordinate. Okay students, did you understand that? So take the 3 coordinates of the circle, right? Now come to the polygon. As polygon, you can see all the coordinates of the polygon you have to take. That is starting from the top, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 and x4, y4. So again you get 8 coordinates over here for this particular shape. So understand this picture very nicely students. If you want, you can zoom it and you can see it. Try it on the paint file. You have to draw all these 3 coordinates, all these 3 shapes in the paint file. Open a paint file, draw all these 3 shapes and then take the coordinates. I have explained over here very nicely how to take the coordinates. Okay students, these coordinates only you will put it into your image mapping file. Okay, followed, and then when you see the output, you will get the coordinates, right? If you want to see the shapes, so you have to click on shift and tab. Shift and tab button of your laptop, of your PC. If you just click on shift and tab, you can see the shapes clearly. As I have seen, I have shown it to you on the screen. Like that you will not get the shapes hotspots properly. You have to click on shift tab. Shift and tab. When you click on shift and tab, each and every shape you can see it clearly on the image. This is called as image mapping. Okay students, that is you are linking that particular hotspot to a particular URL. So see, we have already learned that is linking of the image to a particular next page, right? In the first example, that is the first practical, SOP practical which you have done, you have already taken, that is the building picture, that is the linking to the next file. But here what you are doing is, in a particular image you are giving the 3 links. This is called the image mapping. This is the beauty of image mapping. That is, in a particular image you are taking the coordinates, the hotspots, and you can take as many coordinates as you want in this image. Correct? These are the 3 specific shapes which we are doing it in the client side image mapping. So students, this is called as client side image mapping. Okay, let's move ahead to the next topic now. Yes students, now we come to the frames. Already we have studied frames. What is frames? We have done it in 11th standard also. Again we have done CSS with frames. Here in HTML5 we are going to study about the inline frames. What do you mean by inline frames? Inline frames means what? Inside the frames there is again one more frame. That is called as the inline frames. Right? Now where are these inline frames used? These are often used for the online advertising. Right? You can see in your websites, many websites and all, you can see inline frames. That is, there is a big frame. Inside that again you can see small advertisements. These are all called as the inline frames. Okay, we will be developing such type of frame into our web page. Right? Now what do you need over here? That is the tag. Which tag is necessary over here? In the inline frame, you have to take I from the inline and the frame. This is your I frame, right? This is the tag which is used for creating the inline frame. HTML5, what is the beauty in the HTML5? What is the difference in the HTML5? Here in the inline frame, there is no scroll bar, no margins, no borders, correct? If you see in the earlier version of HTML, we can see clearly the inline frame. Clearly we can see that this is one more frame which is added inside the main frame, and you can see the borders, you can see the scroll bars also over there, margins also. There were so many other options inside the inline frames, but here in HTML5, here you can see this is the new thing which you can see in the HTML5. There is no scroll bars, no margins and no borders. Okay, let us move ahead with the example of inline frame. Okay students, Yes. First of all, attributes again. Attributes of iframe tag. In the iframe you have the attributes src, height, width, name and src doc. src, you know, again specifies the address of the document from where we are giving. src tag, you know, that is the source file. Next comes the height and width of the frame, that is specifies the height of the frame, specifies the width of the frame. Next, the name of the frame. Yes, you have to give the name as you have seen in the map name, in the image mapping, how you give the name of the map. The same way here, you have to give the name to the iframe, that is the iframe name. Next comes the src doc, specifies the HTML content of the page to show the iframe. What you want in the iframe, what contents have to be displayed in the iframe, that is the src doc. This is something new you have seen in the HTML file. Let's move ahead, students. Here comes the example of iframe tag. You can see the example on the left hand side, the program written of the HTML iframe. That is the simple program. H2 tag is used, the paragraph tag is used, and here we have the first iframe tag, that is iframe src. src again, it is the attribute of iframe. Along with the iframe we have the src, that is the inline frame.html. Yes students, this is one more file which we have made outside, that is the another HTML file, and that file we are given over here. This is how we use in frames, the simple one. That is, I have already prepared inline frame.html, and in that I have written, that is, this page is displayed in an iframe, correct? So this is the blue color page with the blue color iframe, which you can see it on the right hand side, the output. Here you can see the inline frame.html file. In that I have given this blue color and the iframe, all the contents which has to be displayed in the iframe, right? Then the iframe tag is closed, it is a pair tag, and close the body and HTML tag. This on the right hand side, students, you can see the output of the iframe, correct? So this blue color which you can see, this is the iframe. You can see there is no border, there is no margins, right? It is as simple as it is a frame, but exactly it is inside the frame. That is why it is termed as iframe. Okay, let us move ahead, students. Okay students, let us come to the last topic of our chapter, that is called as website hosting. See, when I talk about hosting, means what exactly it is. See, from the beginning of the chapters we have seen, that is, we are creating the website. We have seen different tags, we have seen different attributes of the tags which help us to develop a wonderful website. But what happens over here, in this, just creating website is not sufficient. What you want, you have to publish that it on the internet. Why to publish? So that many of them can view these things, right? So for this, the term which is used, that is called as hosting, website hosting. Now the website hosting, what is the definition? It is a service of providing storage space on the internet. Because this particular website which you have created, it has to be stored on the internet, right? So this can be made available only with the help of website hosting. Okay. Next thing, what do you mean by a web host? Web hosts are the companies that provides web hosting services. Web hosts manage and own web servers. They offer uninterrupted internet connectivity. Yes students, this is very important. Web host, right? These are the companies. They provide you this type of services, right? See, if I want to publish my website on the internet, I have to approach certain companies. So that companies are called as web hosts, right? What they do is they provide you with they are the website owners, they are the web servers, they are the owners of the web servers, right? So they provide a space to you so that you can publish your website in that particular space. That is called as a web host. Very important part of this and very interesting is that they give you uninterrupted internet connectivity, right? That means what? Whenever that particular domain is ready on the net, right? If you open it, right, it is not like that Yahoo site is gone because we don't have internet, we cannot see the Yahoo site. You never have faced such type of situation, correct? So this is the meaning of web host, right? If I'm taking certain space on the Yahoo site, right, so it is always available on the site provided we have the internet connectivity from our site. Now, what are the types of web hosting? There are 3 types of web hosting. First is called as shared hosting, second is free hosting, and third is dedicated hosting. Now, as the example, shared hosting means what? That is, it gives a domain name to the website, right? This is what I said. For example, I want to display any of my website on the commercial sites, so .com, Indian sites, .in, right, education site, .edu. So these are called as the domain name. So they give me a domain name to my website, and it is cost effective, correct, at a very less cost. Next thing is called as free hosting. Now free hosting means what? For a limited period of time, the website, it goes free on the website. Whatever website, web page or website I have prepared, if I want to display that, correct, on the internet, so for a limited period of time they give me a free hosting period, right? That is called free hosting. They don't charge for that, right? See students, in this world nothing comes free. Everywhere we have to pay certain amount, then only it will be viewed publicly. On the internet, whatever things you want to display it to the public, right, it is always paid, correct? For a certain period of time you will get that particular hosting free. That is called as free hosting. I'm talking about the websites, I'm not talking about the YouTube, correct? Not YouTube videos, we are talking about the website. Next thing comes about the third one, web hosting, is called as dedicated hosting. Now these are the paid hosting services for large websites, right? The companies which they wanted a good benefit from the media, that is from the internet, they always prefer dedicated hosting, correct? That means these are the paid hosting services for large websites. Understood? So here we can see about the hosting. This was the last topic in our first chapter. So here we complete the first chapter, that is web page designing, advanced web page designing, which we have studied over here. See students, this is an important chapter with a lot of topics over here and lot of practicals also you will be doing. The board practicals are also there in this particular lesson. So please study it properly, understand each and every tag. Along with the tag, do study attributes. The attributes are very important over here. Very clearly, all the programs have been given over here. Go through the programs number of times and try to do the programs on the without looking. Remember all the tags very easily. It has been seen, it has been given. It is a very interesting topic, right? So study nicely and do these things properly. Thank you students. Thank you.